Amazing news has surfaced about Thor 5. Reports indicate that Marvel has already begun pre-production, with full-scale filming set to start next fall. The studio is aiming for a 2026 release despite earlier rumors of a May 2027 premiere. Kevin Feige is betting big on the next Thor solo movie. Confirmed details reveal that Thor 5 will be much darker and more mature than Taika Waititi's previous trilogy. Waititi has been let go from Marvel due to the failure of Love and Thunder. The studio is currently searching for a new director, and George Miller, the director of Mad Max and the recently released Furiosa, has expressed a strong interest in working with Chris Hemsworth again. He has personally expressed his desire to direct the fifth Thor. Let's be real, Taika Waititi only really nailed it with Ragnarok, judging by the box office and audience reviews. But Love and Thunder was a flop on all fronts. In a recent interview, Chris Hemsworth admitted that he blamed himself for the uneven tone of Love and Thunder, feeling that he didn't take Thor's character seriously enough and got too caught up in the comedic improvisation. However, the levity of Ragnarok was a major reason for its success over the earlier Thor movies. The fifth installment desperately needs a fresh vision. A new director has to fix the mistakes and offer audiences something new. Many fans hope the new Thor movie can bring the franchise back to its roots and provide a fresh take on the beloved hero. One of Marvel Studios' key tasks is finding a writer and director who can inject new life into the project. The film's success hinges on this choice. It needs to attract new viewers while keeping old fans engaged. Importantly, this film is set to be Chris Hemsworth's last solo movie as Thor, so Marvel needs to get it right. Personally, I think George Miller is a solid choice. However, it all depends on his schedule, as he has many projects lined up, including Mad Max, The Wasteland starring Tom Hardy. Either he'll need to delay some projects or wrap them up quickly to focus on Thor until a director is officially appointed. We await updates from Marvel Studios, possibly coming from San Diego Comic-Con. When it comes to Thor 5, it should ideally lean more towards dark fantasy since we've already seen the space adventure angle. We might get something more adult akin to Logan from Fox. Strong indications suggest the movie will have a darker atmosphere, with Thor facing more complex challenges than ever before. He might confront the darkest aspects of his personality or events that once again turn his life upside down, especially considering he's lost everything he loved: his home, the Avengers, his family, and even friends. Thor is arguably the most tragic character in the MCU, and it's crucial to bid him farewell with a high note of drama. Chris Hemsworth's character has been foundational to the franchise, even achieving a record number of solo films. His story arc is nearing its end, and Marvel should ensure his final chapter is genuinely mature and poignant. There are plenty of comic storylines rich with these elements that are perfect for adaptation. Ideally, the plot would draw from King Thor. In this arc, we see an older, more seasoned Thor facing the end of the universe. The plot could revolve around Thor's struggle to protect what's left of existence while dealing with the immense responsibilities of being king. He battles against his granddaughters, the goddesses of thunder, who are determined to revive their dying universe, and a resurrected Loki who has become more powerful and sinister than ever. The King Thor arc explores themes of legacy, redemption, and the cyclical nature of life and death. The movie could delve into Thor's reflections on his past, the sacrifices he's made, and the toll of eternal war. The dark, apocalyptic tone of King Thor, combined with its deep emotional resonance and epic battles, would make for a compelling and somber chapter in the MCU. The plot of Thor 5 should feature Brett Goldstein's Hercules, who debuted in Love and Thunder's mid-credits scene. He will be the main antagonist of the first arc. After Thor attacks Olympus and severely wounds Zeus, the king of the gods becomes disillusioned with humanity and their weak faith in the gods. With Thor's arrival on Earth, people began to see gods merely as superheroes. Zeus decides to eliminate the god of thunder to restore the Greek god's image as powerful beings. Armed and determined, Hercules promises to fulfill his father's command and sets out to find Thor. During Thor 5, Hercules and Thor will eventually have to join forces against a common enemy. Ares could emerge as the main villain, a brother of Hercules and a prominent figure in Greek mythology. He debuted in 1966 as a foe to both Thor and Hercules, known for his villainous portrayal in Marvel. As the Greek god of war, he's arguably more menacing than Hela. Ares was responsible for creating the Warhawks and creating war on Earth, with his brutality emanating into human wartime society. In recent stories, Ares has been portrayed as an anti-hero, suggesting Thor 5 could offer a fresh start for him in the MCU. Pairing Ares with Hercules mirrors Thor and Loki's dynamic, allowing Thor to confront reflections of his past in them. Alternatively, if Marvel continues exploring the multiverse concept in Thor 5, They could introduce various alternate variants of Thor. More than a dozen exist in the comics. This approach might draw parallels with the first season of Loki, but ultimately hinges on the skill of the right screenwriters. Another intriguing option could be Jormungand as the movie's final boss. Notably, the World Serpent was originally planned to appear in Endgame, where Rocket and Thor were set to battle it. However, the Russo brothers scrapped this idea. Perhaps the new director of Thor 5 will decide to incorporate this iconic Norse character? We'll soon find out more, so let's stay tuned for Comic-Con. Marvel might drop exciting updates about the new Thor movie. Subscribe.